Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Wrestling's Real, the unfiltered and uncensored video podcast in which we talk about the best and worst shows in the history of pro wrestling. I am Andy, flanked by my brother Kyle.
What's up? Welcome to the show. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for all the support we've been getting. Truly appreciate it. And wrestling's great, so.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah, man.
As always, we got our brother from another mother, Mario.
We want Cody.
So
we do want Cody.
We're recording this podcast on February 7th, the Wednesday before the big press conference in Las Vegas, so we don't know exactly for sure what's happening. Hey guys, Future Andrew here. That press conference was absolutely bananas. It was insane. A masterclass in storytelling, and the hype for WrestleMania 40 is out of this world. Throughout this episode, we're going to make jokes about The Rock, like stealing WrestleMania spotlights, so I'm sorry if it comes off as a little dated, but yeah, WrestleMania 40 is shaping up to be insane. But yeah, back to the show. Sorry. Mario, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right, brother. I'm doing good. We're hanging out here, man. I'm excited to record another episode here. The analytics don't lie. YouTube's been looking tremendous so far. A lot of great comments, a lot of great stories. Speaking of stories, love interacting with other people out there, man. It's great to see, and thanks again for the support as well.
Big thanks for the support, everybody. Big congratulations to Mario, by the way, celebrating 1 year of marriage.
Oh, shit.
Congratulations.
How you feel?
Feel good. I survived a fucking year. It's great.
Hell yeah, man. I'm surprised The Rock didn't swoop in and try to steal your wife.
Well, we had something kind of similar happen to. Well, we're not going to talk about it on there.
Finish the Vita.
Finish the Vita.
Get that PS Vita,
Oh my
Mario.
God. We're not just on the road to WrestleMania. We're on the road to 500 subscribers on Wrestling's Real. 500 subs, guys. Can you believe it? That's soon. 4 months in.
Yeah, it's very way sooner than I thought. So we truly appreciate just relating to other people out there when it comes to their love and passion for wrestling. So
A lot of people tend to disagree, but wrestling brings the world together. And
it does until we fight over shit.
yeah, until we fight over stuff. And, you know, Tony Khan goes on Twitter, starts calling people out.
But
then it's not fun. But wrestling, for the most part, is pretty fun.
Yeah, we just want to love wrestling, all of us. That's all we want.
And you guys listening and watching, you guys are our brothers and sisters. So, again, thank you so much. And be sure to hit that sub button if you have not joined us here on Wrestling's Real. We put up a poll on the community section asking what show you guys want to see. And the people have spoken. Nearly 70 votes. You guys wanted to see No Way Out 2000. And that's what we're going to cover here today. Now, if you voted for Shotgun Saturday Night or St. Valentine's Day Massacre, don't be discouraged. Those shows will be on the back burner. They are always in contention. Be on the lookout for those polls. We give the people what they want, unlike Dwayne Johnson. With that being said, we're covering No Way Out 2000, or as I like to call it, FOLEY'S Last Stand. The year 2000 for me is very special. That's when my fandom really, really kicked into high gear. Kyle, I know you hold this era in very high regard.
This is a very special time. Just because, like, granted, I was very young and I was still like a baby at this time, so it was me catching up to this and learning about the Attitude Era. A lot of people criticize the Attitude Era, including me, with its in-ring thing. Like, there's not a lot of in-ring stuff, and it's kind of hard to find those, like, kind of matte classics. But I think we find some good stuff in here.
They do exist in the year 2000. I mean,
yeah.
they're not as, you know, prevalent as they are now with all these, you know, quote-unquote 5-star matches. But when the matches cooked, they cooked. 2000 was insane.
And it really was, for better or worse. Granted, it doesn't hold up at all, but I am very familiar with this exact era where Foley is retiring, and specifically because I was a huge Kane fan, so
yeah.
I am very familiar with the Kane and X-Pac storyline, and Tori being the... Was it Tori?
It was Tori,
yeah. Tori being like his girlfriend and stuff.
Mario, what about you? I know that you started watching wrestling shortly after WrestleMania 15, I believe?
13S.
Oh, wow.
13, 15, something like that.
So even, yeah, you were watching even before 2000 took place. Do you have any kind of recollection about 2000 or this time period?
Definitely, this is definitely one of the bookmarks in the history book of wrestling, because again, the end of the Foley era, the hardcore champion, just insane.
Hardcore legend.
We'll get into that match later on, but him going through the top of the cage is iconic and something that will stick in my head forever.
Ever since we started Wrestling's Real, I've been chomping at the bit to get to 2000 because it's my personal favorite year in WWF. I wouldn't say my favorite year in wrestling because at this time, WCW was on its deathbed. At this point, like, WCW was looking like Mr. House in New Vegas.
Oh yeah, all like
decrepit.
Yeah,
That's what WCW
looks
was
like.
Looking
Vince
like.
now.
Exactly. But man, 2000, it was an amazing roster, amazing shows. We had some amazing matches, amazing video games. Boys, the anticipation's killing me. What do you say we get into the show?
Let's do it.
Do it. February 27th, 2000, WWF presents No Way Out from the Hartford Civic Center in Hartford, Connecticut, right in WWE's backyard. The building is packed to the rafters. There's a sea of signs. Again, what a year for WWF.
I fucking love this era. I can't stress enough. I said it earlier, so I don't know what to tell you, Andrew.
It's crazy. I mean, we talked about it in our Raw review for Christmas, the sea of signs. It's crazy.
Some insane signs in this show, by the way. Some that probably would have got shut down today.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I think someone behind like the announce table said like, make scalping legal.
What? I forgot about that.
The cardboard signs behind the commentators.
It's like, holy shit, man. It was the Wild West back then.
Oh my God, there's a Portuguese sign.
Oh, hey, a little Portugal.
There's a Portugal.
Portugal. Must have been my... It's in Connecticut. Must have been my TT or something over there.
So many signs, man. Holy shit.
We're joined by the legendary duo of JR and Jerry the King Lawler. So, random as fuck. This is not even relevant. I don't even know if I'm going to keep this in, but I replayed Resident Evil 4 recently, and when I see Jerry Lawler's crown, I just think of a treasure.
Oh, yeah. I want to put some fucking gems in that motherfucker.
I want to put some emerald inlays in that shit.
Oh, all those are... That bonus must be, like, tip-top Magoo.
He'll buy it for a high price.
Oh, my God.
They're both at their peak here. Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross. Their chemistry is absolutely
JR
insane.
with the most energy ever.
Oh my God, their chemistry is out of this world.
He can make like a sloth taking a shit sound like fucking 9/11.
Oh my God,
like that's how good he is.
He was so good at his job. And Jerry Lawler, to his credit, yeah, his joke book aged terribly, but it's still entertaining.
Yeah. Lawler, is more iffy on my side, but. Still.
The show opens, as always, with a dope video package. It really sells the importance of Foley's career and the importance of the Hell in a Cell match.
It is. It is very important. A lot of shit on the line here. And I listened a little bit of Foley's pod about this pay-per-view.
Oh, really?
Just to maybe learn something and... I'm not sure if it was this exact time. Maybe, I don't know if it was before, but it was definitely after the whole I Quit match with The Rock, where Mick Foley was having trouble remembering, like a lot of things, including, like, missing, like, where he lives.
No way.
Where, like, well, just, like, forgetting, like, what, like, street he lived on for, like when he's like driving home, like.
So he was ready to call it quits after that.
So yeah, and he told Vince that, and Vince was like, okay, yeah,
you're done.
I think you're done. So Foley was fucked up, and so Foley going out on one last hurrah as of this time, because it's not.
Yeah.
So it kind of lessens the importance looking back on it, but that doesn't take away from the match.
Yeah, because if you watch this pay-per-view in hindsight, it's obviously like eye-rolling because it's like, okay, he's clearly not going to end his career. But for the time, this was super emotional. After his loss to Triple H last month at the Rumble, Foley wanted one more chance at the gold by putting his career on the line in the very match that made him famous, the Hell in a Cell. And it was really poetic. We go from an emotional video package and the commentary discussing the end of Foley's career, and then we go to the beginning of someone else's career.
Hell yeah.
Kurt Angle kicks off the show.
Classic Kurt Angle is one of my favorite Kurt Angles. I gotta be honest. I do love like crazy, just amazing wrestler like that Kurt Angle. But he thinks he's like a superhero, but everyone fucking hates him. I love that gimmick. His role in this pay-per-view is very minor, but it's really funny.
Oh, Kurt has a story arc in this pay-per-view.
Yeah, he doesn't have a great ending.
Our opening contest is European champion Kurt Angle versus the Intercontinental champion Chris Jericho for Chris's IC Gold. Kurt cuts a promo on his way to the ring and says he will become the Eurocontinental champion. And you know what's crazy? Kurt is only 3 months in his career.
Really?
Because he won the Olympics in 96. He won the gold medal in 96. He debuted in 99 at Survivor Series. So that'd be 1 month, 2 months. Yeah, he's 3 months in his career. Wow. And he's already like a duck to water. Out comes China.
Shouts out China.
Which, watching it back, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Is this China versus Kurt Angle? No. She's just in Jericho's corner, and she gets her own entrance.
Yeah, there was a whole like storyline with her and Jericho for a while where they were enemies and then friends.
Yeah.
And then enemies again, I think.
So at this point, they're friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, China's in Jericho's corner. Chris Jericho makes his way to the ring. Huge pop. Y2J, this character was awesome.
Yeah, he was the Ayatollah of rock and roll, dude.
He's totally influenced by James Hetfield.
He's like James Hetfield / like Jack Black.
Yeah. It's very bizarre.
As much as I shit on Jericho and I make fun of Jericho at times, that man has had a career, to say the least.
Oh, brother. For sure. Jericho makes his way to the ring, calls Kurt a jackass, calls him Kirk Angel, mocks his 3 eyes. As you know, Kurt's 3 eyes are intensity, integrity, intelligence.
That's right, baby.
Jericho says that Kurt's 3 eyes are actually idiot, imbecile, and ignoramus, which I laughed at. I thought that was very clever. Want to hear how stupid of a kid I was? When Kurt would refer to his 3 eyes, I literally thought he had 3 like eyes.
Oh, dude,
as a child, I'm just
sure
like,
I would think the same thing.
This Kurt obviously didn't have 3 eyes, but Perk Angle in TNA, however, had a 3rd eye for sure.
Oh, dude, he was a fucking warrior.
He was a menace. The match is really back and forth. It's that classic catch can style.
It was pretty good. It was pretty solid. 2 of the best
These 2 are technical wrestlers at the time.
They're just killing it, bro.
He's doing crazy shit. The height he gets when he gets thrown out of the ring. Belly to back suplex off the top rope. Like, he's wrestling like a veteran, and he's only 3 months in.
That's crazy. I didn't know it was 3 months in.
JR puts Kurt over as an athlete, but he says he's annoying at the same time. Like, it's perfect. Because JR is just like, oh, he is one of the best wrestlers on earth, but he's rather obnoxious. Mario, what were your thoughts on Kurt Angle versus Chris Jericho?
I think it's a perfect opener for the show. It's like a 3.5, 4-star match. Somewhere around there. I think it's really good. It's like kind of like the peak of these guys, not the peak, but like this is young versions of themselves and like at their prime right now. Because looking at Jericho nowadays. It's rough.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's good. It's good to see him.
I was putting him over. I was putting Jericho. I was being nice. I was being the nice one.
Mario's not nice.
No, seeing him on that fucking cruise ship is sad.
The cruise ship. Yeah, I agree.
Him and Big Show last week or whatever.
Don't put Jericho into this.
Oh my god.
I'm not. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about.
But yeah, but I think for the opening of the show, it's a great show. If I was there. Front row checking this out. I think it's a great start.
It was a great starter.
Starter match.
They brawl to the outside. Chyna's out there voicing her support for Chris Jericho. Kurt tries to wallop Chyna with the European Championship. And thank God she ducked because
she would have been dead.
Chyna avoids it but gets thrown into the steps when Jericho tackles Angle. That looked really painful. While Tim White was tending to Chyna, Kurt uses his 3rd eye and hits Jericho with the European Championship mid-Lion Salt.
Yeah.
I didn't even see him grab the belt.
Great Great spot. I really love that, man.
1, 2, 3. Your new Eurocontinental champion.
That's huge, man. 3 months in and winning the IC belt, and you have the European title as well.
Yeah. Earlier in the month, he beat Val Venus for the European Championship on a SmackDown. And then he beats Chris Jericho, one of the fresh new signees of WWE. And he basically, is holding both of the mid-card titles. And he's 3 months in. I can't stress that enough.
And well-deserved, man. Kurt's great.
He was on track to be like one of the GOATs.
But don't forget, dude, there's Earl comes down? Or
Oh yeah.
Earl comes down and says, yo, what the fuck, guy?
Earl Hebner makes his way to the ring and tries to tell Tim White, hey, he
you
had
fucked
the belt.
Finish.
Hey, it's all good, man. I'm sure
that build, I'm looking back on it. It's like doing a new game plus where you pick up something you didn't. This is good storytelling for later.
It is great storytelling.
Holy shit. Because I remember later on when that happens, when they tussle, I'm like, why are they fighting? They're just refs. They should be completely professional.
But no,
there's heat.
No, Earl is well known to go into business for himself and make it about him.
Yeah, I guess so.
At WrestleMania 10, like that iconic shot of Razor Ramon on the ladder holding the fucking 2 IC belts, Earl had to fucking insert himself in the shot by standing on the ladder and pointing up at Razor. It's like, not everything's about you, motherfucker.
I'm on Earl's side. He's hot dogging. That's fine.
Oh my God. In my opinion, best rookie year of any wrestler. Kurt Angle had the best rookie year.
That's hard to argue.
Backstage, we go to the Dudley Boyz getting interviewed by a young Michael Cole. Kelly was shocked. She was like, that's not Michael Cole. I'm like,
really?
Yeah, that's Michael Cole.
Yeah.
Cole, baby.
Insane.
Red Hulk Michael Cole. You can cut that out.
No, I'm keeping it.
I just have to.
Red Hulk Michael Cole.
I have to get it out.
I'll keep it. I'll keep it in. Kyle, are you excited to see the Outlaws? I know you were thrilled last episode.
These Outlaws I'm excited to see because this is where it's not some old dude,
trying to relive his glory days
and winning the tag team fucking belts. It's not that.
Dude,
this is the fucking New Age Outlaws DX, baby. This is some good shit.
Dude, going back and watching like an older Billy Gunn match, I just see Colton Gunn. It's crazy.
His kids, man, look very similar to him, man.
They do not need a paternity test at all.
Yeah, no, the evidence.
Billy Gunn is their father.
Yeah.
It's the New Age Outlaws versus the Dudley Boyz for the WWF Tag Team Champions of the World.
Everyone was over here.
Everybody was over.
Can I just say?
Of course.
On this SmackDown.
Oh, yeah, they show a recap.
How did Bully get in that position?
I don't know.
Why is he bending over, standing up on the table like that? That just looks weird. I do love a Fameasser on a table. I think that's fucking awesome. But the way how he got there is a little silly.
That's actually a good point. I didn't even think about that. They show a recap from SmackDown last week.
Did you punch him in the balls or something? That's my only thing.
Yeah, why is he on the table?
Why is he standing up on the table?
Somebody tweet Bully Ray. The match itself was pretty mid, to be honest. The story going into this match is that Billy Gunn, he has a bad shoulder, and the Dudleys are doing everything they can to take advantage of that. The finish of the match, Bubba goes under the ring, takes a lead pipe, hits Billy Gunn on his already bad arm. Yeah, that kind of factors into the finish. The Dudleys hit the 3D to win their first of many WWF tag titles.
So nice. That finisher is so awesome. And that was the highlight of it. Just the 3D.
Yeah, the highlight.
Bada bing, bada boom.
The highlight of the match is the finish.
In this era, there's not a lot to work with in-ring wise with mostly with the mid-card matches. They kind of just, they're basic and they kind of just get right to it.
But this has one of my favorite 3Ds. Perfect timing. Devon covers Road Dogg 1, 2, 3. Dudleys become first-time WWF tag titles. They look so good.
Oh, really? That was the first time?
This is their first title win
for them.
In WWE, of course.
Let's go.
I love the Dudleys, man.
I like
my favorite tag team.
Another situation where, as a kid, I fucking hated them because, they're the heels. They beat the shit out of the Hardys. I love the Hardys. But as an adult, seeing their work and how great they are, yeah, man, they're one of the best tag teams ever.
Even though I called the match mid, I'll give it a pass. Billy Gunn was actually hurt, and he needed time away.
Oh, yeah? Yeah,
he got kicked out of DX the next night on Raw.
Oh, wow.
Yep, and then he would be resurrected as the one Billy Gunn later in the year.
Oh, no.
That went well. Good for the Dudleys. They would only reach greater heights after this show.
Let's go back to Kurt Angle celebrating.
Oh yeah, immediately after the match, we go to Kurt Angle celebrating in the concession area. Kurt's obviously a bad guy, but the people love him. He's going crazy. All the fans are cheering, and
I would too. Man.
He's high-fiving people. I think they're more like starstruck, if anything. Yeah. But like they're treating him like he's an actual. Well, he is an actual hero.
He is a hero.
Okay.
He's fucking Captain America.
I put my foot in my mouth. I'm sorry. Yeah. We go to a recap from.
Awesome.
We go to. We're showing.
Is that Hardcore Holly? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, of course. That's Hardcore Holly. And that looks like Mae Young on the ground, and that's Viscera.
Oh, shit.
We go to a recap from past Monday's Raw. We see Viscera splashing a pregnant Mae Young.
Splattering her.
You heard me correctly.
Splattered her baby, and that's how the hand was formed. Because Viscera did a little splash.
Yeah, a pregnant Mae Young. Don't adjust your fucking sets. Around this time, Mark Henry and Mae Young formed a relationship with each other. They announced their pregnancy earlier in the month, and I watched the clip. back. I watched the clip back of Mae Young saying, "We're pregnant."
Yeah.
The crowd didn't cheer. They're like, "Ugh!" They like groaned.
I'm sure the King's reaction was great too.
Oh my god.
The King was on fire during this particular segment of the whole pay-per-view where it's Viscera versus Mark Henry.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Mark Henry wants his revenge on Big Vis, which leads to the next match, Viscera versus Mark Henry. They did him dirty here. Like, Sexual Chocolate started off as him actually like being a ladies' man. And then he just, you know, he started fucking Mae Young.
I'm sure they had fun with it, though.
No.
At this time, I'm sure Mark did not really care, and I'm sure he had a great time working with Mae.
Oh, yeah.
And, but I understand. I understand where you're coming from.
He talks about this time with reverence.
Can I also say, I love this theme.
It's sexual, baby. Oh, it's a banger. It's a banger.
It's sexual, baby. That Titantron's pretty great, too.
Oh, the Hershey logo. Jim Ross and King are fucking hilarious here.
Mm.
More so Jim Ross for his, like, deadpan professionalism, I'd like to say.
Oh, yeah, no, he's still professional, but he, like, I don't know. He works through it.
Mark Henry comes out, and Jim Ross is just like, Mark Henry, the man who has sired the child.
Oh, yeah. The man has sired.
I shit my pants. But we're told that the baby's fine. Mae didn't suffer any sort of miscarriage or anything, so that's good news.
Sure about that?
King says the baby's hanging on by a wrinkle or some poly grip. The shit they got away with here, dude.
Now the baby's hanging on, they said, right? That's what we are under the impression of. To a wrinkle or something. It's probably got this little hand dipped in poly grip.
And one of my favorite lines was Mae Young has the world's strongest ovaries.
I forgot about that. Jim Ross, right out the gate, says this match is going to be bad. I'm just warning you.
Yeah, he says this match may not have technical stars. But,
that was to Meltzer.
Yeah.
He's like, Dave, go easy on us, okay? This match was so goddamn boring.
Yeah, there's even boring chants in the crowd, which I guess I should have expected because, you know, the crowd over here during this time didn't fucking care.
No.
And they were, you know, but I was expecting the crowd to, like, just kind of go with it because everyone was over here.
Everybody.
So I was a little surprised by the boring chants, but the match was fucking boring as fuck.
The only thing that got my attention was the steel step spot on the outside. Viscera threw Mark into the steel steps, and it was loud.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was sick. But everything else was just dull as fuck.
Not to say they couldn't put on a good match.
I mean, they were kind of limited. They're both these fucking 400-pound dudes. Like, what can they actually do? This is Godzilla and Kong.
And this has to do with, like, the dumbest storyline ever. So there's also that.
Speaking of, Mae Young's pregnant 77-year-old ass makes her way out and tries to square up to Viscera.
So I was a little zooted watching this, and when Mae Young comes running down,
she's running, I was dying.
And the King is like, "Where's your walker? Slow down!"
Where's your walker? Slow down!
That was like literally like my vavo when if I like fell down like somewhere with neighborhood kids and they were like calling over like, oh, it's just running out with fucking Band-Aids and fucking bread.
Bread.
She tries to square up to Viscera. Viscera shoves her down hard.
Mm-hmm.
If that splash on SmackDown didn't fuck up the pregnancy, this is sure hell did. Oh, that was dark. I was expecting a pop. You guys are just like, oh man.
I know. I was just looking. I'm sorry. I was ready for you to go on to the next thing.
Yeah, I thought you were just gonna move on to the next.
The baby is dead.
The baby's dead. And that's it.
Big Vis attempts to splash her again, but Mark Henry comes into the save with a fucking beautiful crossbody. I mean, okay,
Beautiful?
I wouldn't call it beautiful. It is a crossbody. Mark Henry hits a scoop slam. 1, 2, 3. Mark Henry avenges the love of his life.
Hell yeah, Mark.
I love Mark to death, but
Me too.
damn, this was bad.
I'm glad he got the win, though.
This was so very bad.
It was, but he got the win. That's all that matters.
The next night on Raw, May would actually go into labor and infamously give birth to a severed hand.
How much later?
The next night, 24 hours later on Raw.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
The next night.
The next night, May goes into labor, and Fabulous Moolah's, helping her through it, and sure enough, gives birth to a hand.
Fabulous.
So I used to watch Raw with my mom, because my mom was a wrestling fan too. She was more like into like the hunky guys, but like she would still watch it with me. And sometimes, like, I was 8 years old, like, it was a school night. Sometimes I'd fall asleep. The next morning, when my mom took me to school, she was just like, oh, Mae Young gave birth to a hand. Like, I was like, what? Because, like, this was before social media. I had to, like, fucking take her word for it.
Yeah.
So, like, all day at school, I'm thinking about, like, a hand? She gave birth to a hand? Like, I couldn't, like, go on YouTube and look it up.
Vince must have smoked some angel dust or something.
He probably
like,
did.
what is the inspiration of that? Like, granted, it's fucking, like, it's hilarious.
Mark Henry tells a funny story. Mark Henry was he asked Vince, he's like, Vince, I got a question. Why a hand? And Vince goes, 'cause it's a hand.
He's like a robot.
He's a fucking crazy person, as proven earlier this month.
Yeah, the less said the better. About that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into the Vince stuff, but yeah, I've always known he had a few screws loose.
It's not surprising.
We were not surprised.
We knew he was
the world was surprised.
The world was shocked. We were just like, yeah.
You see all those fucking eggnog matches and shit?
Of course.
And like mud matches?
I believe that might be nutmeg.
I believe that
might be nutmeg.
Up next, the tag team title #1 contender match, Hardy Boyz versus Edge and Christian.
When you get this match on paper, you know you're going to see a fucking great match. So,
is it crazy that all 4 of these men are on the active AEW roster?
That is really weird, and they're not... I feel like we should have one last reunion here before they all call it quits.
Like Edge and Christian versus the Hardys one more time?
Yeah. Something like that.
I mean,
of that nature.
I don't want to see them do like ladder matches and shit. I say leave well enough alone.
A ladder match would be crazy.
No, not
if they want to do that.
Not in 2024.
If they think they could.
Dude, Jeff can barely walk.
Jeff can work.
That's true.
Jeff can fucking work.
Matt, though.
Matt looks like there's a little person inside of him on stilts.
He looks
when
like
he's walking.
He
no
looks
offense.
He looks
like a goat.
He looks like a baby duck walking for the first time.
Yeah, he'd be waddling.
He walks like I walk in Walmart when I really got to take a shit, but I can't wait to get home.
He walks like how I walked when I had a hemorrhoid.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Ooh, pour one out for the hemorrhoid.
Rest in peace.
Pour one out for the fucking hemorrhoid.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
As the Hardys make their entrance, Jerry Lawler is a dog, a horny mutt.
He wants to see those big old bitties.
Dude, he's like whistling at Terry and shit.
Yeah. He did this every fucking week.
Like,
man.
calm down.
Especially when the cat was around.
Oh yeah, his shoot wife. He's putting his wife over, whistling at her. Here, kitty. It's just so fucking weird. Before the bell rings, we're joined by the APA. Terry paid Farouk and Bradshaw to watch her back from those damn Dudleys. At this time, they were into some weird fetish for putting women through tables. It was a time for sure.
Don't we all?
It was a time for sure. The Hardy Boys are so over. Especially Jeff.
They're the
especially
pretty
Jeff.
boys. Everybody loved Jeff.
He was doing things up until that point that nobody was doing.
No. You did not see this at all, and especially with the unorthodox combos that they do. Hardys, and I know you too, Andrew, we're our favorite tag team. We're the best tag team, our favorite wrestlers. I'm sure a lot of kids and women's favorite wrestlers as well. They look so awesome.
They were super unique. There's one spot in the match where Christian attempts to do a backdrop on Jeff, and then Jeff just does a fucking front lip,
super quick,
lands it, and then hits him with a missile drop kick.
Yeah.
Like, Jeff is so fucking good here.
The tag team division during this time is on fire.
Oh, dude,
And
tag team...
It's peak. Whew, peak.
Dude, fans of tag team wrestling were eating good in 2000. The Hardys, Edge and Christian, the Dudleys, Too Cool, the Hollies, the Acolytes, fucking Kai and Tai. I love this year so much.
And you know how I mentioned before where you didn't get a lot of the in-ring stuff much with the Attitude Era? That's mostly when it comes to the bigger stars.
Yeah.
The mid-carders had to, be different. They had to get the audience's reaction, and that's what the tag team division did. The tag team division was there to steal the show, and going back to Bully Ray on the one of their WrestleMania matches, I think it was 17.
Oh, the TLC.
Top of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
They had that mentality.
Good.
So,
because, dude, oh my God, they would only get better throughout time, especially the Hardys and Edge and Christian. They would end up having amazing matches. Jerry Lawler is so horny. He says, oh my God. You know when the Hardys go into like third gear and they take their shirts off?
Yeah.
Jerry Lawler is just like, Terry should be like her teammates and take her shirt off.
Yeah,
it's like, relax.
Jerry is crazy.
Oh, speaking of, when the Hardy shirts come off, every fucking woman within 100-foot radius climax.
Here comes the shirts.
Obviously, they have amazing chemistry. You throw the Dudleys into the mix, good Lord.
Yeah, man. They were the perfect trifecta.
They would have better matches. This match was still really good, especially like towards the end of the match.
It was a pretty especially the third gear, man. The third gear when they just like went crazy. I love how people nowadays, especially with AEW wrestling, they shit on the ref for not maintaining the match and all that stuff. How about over here?
Oh my God.
This match is absolute chaos, and there's no like reffing going on.
Nobody knows who the legal opponent is. Nobody cares because it's a fucking it's amazing. It's an absolute spot fest, and it's awesome. Terry turns on Jeff, knocks him off the top rope, and then she distracts Matt at the end of the match, slaps him right in the face into an on prettier by Christian. 1, 2, 3. Edge and Christian are now the number one contenders. What was the point of Terry turning on them anyway?
I don't know what happened after this. Did Terry join Edge and Christian?
No, she kind of like did her own thing after
I don't
this.
remember. I really don't remember where it went.
After the match, Terry is hot dogging on the apron, but then Matt tries to grab Terry.
Grabs her by the hair, pulls her in.
But then the APA immediately go after him.
Yeah. Rightfully so. I get it. She hired them, so...
APA comes in for the save.
Can I just say, Farouk looks like he murders the fuck out of Jeff.
Oh, the Dominator.
It looks like he breaks Jeff's neck.
Look at that. Oh, gee, God almighty.
Before we move on to the next match, there is no better way to end this fucking segment.
I know what you're talking about.
JR says the funniest thing ever.
Man, what a little bitch.
What a little bitch.
What a little bitch.
Backstage, the Big Show cuts an awful promo.
Yeah.
He tries to come off as sympathetic here. At the Royal Rumble the month before, The Rock actually botched while eliminating Big Show. Both feet touched the floor, which was not supposed to happen. But then they turned it into a storyline where they're trying to, make Big Show go out there and plead his case.
It makes
does.
sense.
Big Show actually won the Royal Rumble. Their match tonight is for the number one contendership to go to Mania and get that spot. See, guys, Rock's always been stealing WrestleMania spots. The next match is the Big Boss Man accompanied by Prince Albert. What?
I don't remember this.
This match, yeah. There's nothing to say. I promise.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, there's a reason why I didn't
All
write
right,
it
super
down.
quick. It's like 5 minutes.
It's not even 40 seconds, Mario.
5 minutes.
Felt like 5 minutes.
The next match is Big Boss Man accompanied by Prince Albert because they had nothing for him here. Versus Tazz. I don't want to give this match any time or thought.
Poor Tazz.
It's Tazz.
Because neither did they. They didn't give this match any time or thought. This was fucking pitiful. Tazz had the most memorable debut in WWE history up until that point.
Huge pop. And this is when he supposedly had heat for dumping Kurt, but it was a complete accident. You think this is the punishment?
I really hope not. I think that just they encouraged Vince to sign Tazz. Vince saw Tazz and just like, oh, what's all the hype? This guy's small, ha ha ha. Like that stupid way of thinking. And then Vince just booked him poorly because A, fuck ECW, and B, this guy isn't tall.
We were avid listeners of the Tazz show, and Tazz...
Love the Tazz show.
Man, rest in peace, Tazz show. I really hope he brings it back eventually.
I hope so too.
I think it's totally possible. But let me just say, he also mentioned that he got a lot of heat from a certain spot in the Royal Rumble debut match against Kurt, and he said that he feels that was part of the reason why
he had so much
buried.
heat. Really?
Because
Kurt was fine after the match. He wasn't hurt or anything, was he?
he wasn't. It was an ugly spot.
Oh, they probably thought he was dangerous.
Yeah.
That's fucked up because Tazz, he was a star in ECW. He was one of their top guys, top champions. FTW, Human Suplex Machine, bad motherfucker. He comes to the WWE, he has all this fanfare, goes over Kurt Angle, who was undefeated at that point, and the next month on pay-per-view, they give him this garbage. The match starts with punches and kicks, Tazz hits the Tazz mission on Big Boss Man, then Albert fucking interferes, ding, 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 fucking DQ finish. Like, you're doing a Raw match on a pay-per-view that we fucking paid for? This was pitiful. It's pitiful because it was just a bullshit match, but it's also pitiful because look at fucking Tazz in his prime.
Yeah.
You're doing nothing with him. At Mania, he would be in that random hardcore match thing.
Oh yeah, that fuck fest.
That fuck fest. He should be going
That
out.
was great. That match was wild.
Dude, put him in there with Benoit. Put him in there with Kurt. Put him in there with anybody. It's fucking disgusting.
I don't want to talk about this match anymore.
Okay, me neither. Fuck this match.
Kurt Angle's still celebrating.
We go to Kurt Angle in the rafters with a megaphone, still celebrating. It's really hard to hear him with all the cheering, but into the megaphone, Kurt says, and I quote, "I know you people in the cheap seats don't have much to live for." Which is why I'm up here giving you greatness.
That's great.
How nice of him. I love this Kurt like story arc throughout the show where he's just turning up all night just in random places in the arena. We now go to a video package for our next contest. Kane versus X-Pac in a no-holds-barred match. This feud went on for so goddamn long.
Sure it did, but I'm a fan of X-Pac, and I'm especially a fan of Kane. This Kane, the Big Red Machine.
Oh yeah, dude. Kane and X-Pac, they became a pretty solid team.
They were, and they're both, man, Kane is so cool looking, and also X-Pac is awesome. I love X-Pac.
I love X-Pac too.
As a person.
I've never bought into this notion of like X-Pac heat. Like, yeah, he's annoying, but that's what I love about him. He's like a scrappy dickhead who can out-wrestle like everybody on the roster.
Yeah, no, he was great wrestler.
Him and Kane had great chemistry, seemingly out of nowhere. X-Pac fucking turned on Kane, stole his dignity, stole his pride, stole his woman.
His woman, he's in love. The Big Red Machine. So, I think this is where it started, where they were kind of ruining Kane.
They were humanizing him.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't either. I want a monster.
Yeah, and it just doesn't work.
I want Kane to care about girls.
However, when Kane returned,
mm-hmm.
and he got that reverse colors on,
oh yeah,
he turned into like Shadow Kane or something. Dude, I'm telling you, it just brings up a whole other level, and it gets me back into it.
This is one of my favorite Kane looks.
Me too. It's my favorite Kane look.
The inverted colors are so sick.
It's so awesome.
Every time I played him in No Mercy, I always went for the inverted colors.
Definitely. And then Paul Bearer coming out with the red like jacket.
So fucking
That
sick.
return was so awesome.
It was iconic.
Just the big wide shot and Paul Bearer's just himself coming out.
And then Kane
And
just
then Kane.
Oh, God, it's so cool.
It's great.
The match begins with a good old-fashioned walk-in brawl. X-Pac is such a perfect chicken shit.
I hated X-Pac. How dare you steal his woman?
Steal his woman.
Steal the man's pride. He's no longer a threat. He's no longer cool other than his attire.
His attire is tremendous.
Yeah, but the Kane character is going on the decline until, the see no evil Kane, basically.
Like I said, X-Pac plays the perfect, chicken shit heel, running away from Kane. JR says, X-Pac has no way out. And I'm like, he said
He said it.
Funny note I have from this match, Paul Bearer gets involved.
I was just going to say, this is my favorite, spot in the match. He just bum rushes fucking X-Pac and
out of
beats
nowhere.
the shit out of him.
Just bum rushes X-Pac.
You never see. I mean, I'm not familiar of seeing Paul Bearer get physical, so
Only in No Mercy.
So it's really funny to see him beat up X-Pac and then chase Tori around the ring.
Tori comes in for the save and slaps Paul Bearer, and then he fucking chases her around the ring. Well, halfway around the ring, and then he gets all winded.
Yeah, he gets blown up.
He's like,
okay, I'll watch the fucking match.
right here, he just stops. He's like, oh, fuck.
Fuck it. You're right there.
He's like, oh, fuck this shit. Kane and X-Pac take it to the ring now. X-Pac hits the Bronco Buster that Kane shrugs off immediately. In kayfabe, what does the Bronco Buster do? Does it hurt?
Cock and balls in your face.
It just emasculates you?
Yeah. That's how I view it.
Mario, you like the Bronco Buster?
No, you don't like the Bronco Buster? You don't like cock and balls in your face as a signature move?
I'm more of a stink face guy, you know?
Oh, yeah, I like big fat ass in my face.
Do you have any memories of Kane, Mario?
I used to be scared shitless of him, man.
That's gotta be Kane!
More than... Undertaker was creepy, but, Kane freaked me out. I think I might have talked about it in this podcast before. I remember the reveal of him unmasking, and...
Yeah, that was creepy.
Now it's he looks goofy, but as a kid, you're like...
Now he's very goofy for many reasons.
Just one of the... just one of the, the characters you think of in wrestling. He's an icon for sure, and one of the most memorable guys, and his tremendous character. So you kind of compare him to Fiend, that we had in recent years, stuff like that. Guys like this are what paved the way for characters like that.
Yeah, super strong, just larger than life,
monsters, this monster movie characters.
More of the comic book side of wrestling, where it's it's a costume. This guy's in a costume.
Yeah, did you see Kane concept art?
Oh yeah, it's the dopest shit ever.
He looks like an actual superhero.
Looks like he belongs in in some video game, like a Devil May Cry game or something.
Yeah, it's insane. Tori comes in for the distraction and gets immediately tombstined.
Tombstone.
You want to try that again, kid?
Tori comes in for the distraction and gets tombstoned immediately by her ex-lover Kane.
Well deserved. That tombstone's crisp as always.
Jim Ross is freaking the fuck out. Tombstone Tori!
Yeah, no, Jim. I remember JR calling her a Jezebel.
A Jezebel? Yeah. Kane attempts to charge X-Pac with the steps, but then X-Pac drop kicks it right in Kane's face. Then he uses the steps for leverage to pin him. 1, 2, 3. X-Pac wins the feud, which I think
Damn. I like the finish. It makes sense. Whatever. The steel steps are heavy.
Now the steel step to the face, I get it. But Kane, he doesn't really look strong in defeat. You know what I mean?
And
Kane, this man just fucking stole your woman, and you're just gonna take steps to the face.
That's Kane's entire career. He is used to be the guy to lose. I'm sorry to say it, but Kane, he is the one that makes the others
look better,
good. Yeah,
I guess
to elevate the others.
But you want to make him look like a monster, and he does look like a monster. He's got to be booked like a monster.
On to the next one.
Get your shitty No Way Out shirt.
So who
terrible.
ordered? Did you guys order the shirt?
No,
it's a free shirt.
I was 8 years old. Send your cable or satellite bill to blah blah blah. Oh man,
I wish we did. I would've worn that
Imagine
shirt
wearing just a No Way Out 2000
Triple H
poster.
hot dogging. That's what it is.
Imagine like going to like a wrestling.
It's a free shirt. I mean,
It's a free shirt, but it's just a weird shirt. Like it's a picture of the fucking poster.
on a
wrong
white
with that?
shirt.
It's
wrong
so
with that?
weird.
it's a legendary match, guys.
I gotta. True. No, he's right. I gotta find it on eBay. I gotta wear that shit. Backstage, we go to the Radicalz with a Z, because WWF at this time fucking loved the letter Z. Dudley Boyz, Hardy Boys, Radicalz. As they anticipate their match with Too Cool, Perry Saturn quips that the only dancing tonight should be on a table for dollar bills. Vince totally wrote that line.
Oh, of course.
Fucking deviant.
Of course he did.
Poor Eddie's in a sling. He dislocated his elbow in his first match with the company.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Cole asks Eddie, are you going to be there for moral support? Eddie pulls out a pipe and says, I'll be there for moral support, all right. He fucking lies, he cheats, he steals.
That's right, baby. Nobody like him.
Nobody like Eddie. Too Cool make their entrance to a huge ovation.
Yeah.
This shouldn't have worked.
Too Cool and Rikishi is so much fun. They're
is.
one of the most fun, just like tag teams like
It
ever.
was always
but
the
also,
highlight of a show when
Yeah.
they came out. Like they're gonna
They're all
dance
about a
and
good
shit.
time. They're all about a good time, and their
Yeah.
whole gimmick is just we're just dancing
We're
all
chilling.
the fucking time, and we're hanging out with the big oos.
The big oos.
You know
Yeah.
what? That's their gimmick. Put that on Cage Match.
We dancing night and day, baby. Doesn't matter if it's for the hot tag or till the end of the match. It doesn't matter.
Always dancing.
They're like a fucking Fortnite pre-lobby. That's my second Fortnite reference, by the way. No Marvel ones tonight. But
So
like,
they look like a pre-lobby in Fortnite.
it looks like they're this fucking
Just
hot dogging in
they're
the
just
pre.
emoting?
They're emoting in the
Yeah,
in the pre-lobby,
Definitely,
ready
right.
for the bus to launch,
I could have sworn. I could have sworn.
and it never launches.
No, the party never stops.
I
Brother.
could have sworn Grandmaster Sexy was doing default dance on his way to the ring.
Oh shit! Jerry Lawler says that he wants to weigh one of Rikishi's butt cheeks.
Oh my god!
At this point in the show, can somebody let Jerry Lawler excuse himself to bust a quick nut or something? Like he's so unbelievably
He's
horny.
revved up. He's revved up.
Radicalz make their way to the ring, and the camera cuts to a Deport Eddie sign.
Oh my!
Those were the days.
Sounds like you're yearning for those days.
No, I'm just saying, those were the days. Before the bell rings, Eddie tries to jump Rikishi with the pipe, but then Rikishi immediately catches Guerrero, hits him with the pipe. Eddie gets ejected, and the match officially begins. So good. Great action all around. The crowd is really behind Too Cool here.
Oh my god! The crowd is on fire for Too Cool. I just wanted to.
I was behind him.
Oh, I mean, of course. And the Radicalz, as sad as it is to see, I do love this spot in particular. The moonwalk into a hot tag right there.
I love it. It's the
I
best.
moonwalked from corner to corner.
Corner to
Corner
corner.
to corner. Their chemistry.
It's so
Their
ridiculous.
chemistry is unreal.
They're great. No, they're having a great time.
And
I love it.
The Radicalz aren't too bad themselves.
Well deserved. I just want to say,
Me and Kyle were just saying that this was so deserved on the way over. Talking about,
Oh, you're talking about Benoit getting the stink face?
Yeah, Benoit got a stink face. You deserved that. Yeah.
yeah,
No, yeah, he deserved it.
yeah.
he deserved it.
But I will say, there's some really like seeing the Radicalz are just. You have like the Radicalz who are great wrestlers
Yeah.
to help and make Too Cool looks that much greater.
Oh, yeah.
Not to say they're like Too Cool aren't great wrestlers. I think Scotty, Too Hottie, and Rikishi I'm more of a fan of than Grandmaster Sexy. I think
Hey.
Grandmaster Sexy is kind of like
Brian Christopher is a great wrestler.
he's a good wrestler. I just he's not as Too Cool as
Oh, okay. He's just cool. He's not too cool.
he's cool, but he's not too cool.
All right. The crowd goes absolutely unglued for the worm.
Oh, obviously. It's it's like RKO levels of just like pops.
So much hype. So
People
much
go
hype.
nuts for it.
And Perry Saturn sells it like he got shot.
As usual, as you should.
Grandmaster Sexay, I know you don't like it, Kyle, but he puts his goggles on.
That's fine.
And then he hits the hip-hop drop on Saturn. The pin gets interrupted by Benoit hitting a flying headbutt from out of nowhere. Fucking awesome. The match ends with Rikishi climbing to the middle rope, bad leg and all, hits the bonsai drop to Malenko. 1, 2, 3. Too Cool wins.
Solid match.
Solid match. The Radicalz lose their pay-per-view debut. One word to describe this match: fun. This was a fun six-man
How do you feel
tag.
about the Radicalz losing?
They probably should have won, but the crowd was so behind Too Cool, like it almost doesn't matter.
Yeah. You look right today.
Their celebratory dance never gets old because
It's like it's just the cherry on top.
dude, I have that written here. It was the fucking cherry on top. Rikishi's like, nah, I can't, dude. My fucking leg hurts. And then he's
Doesn't
like,
matter.
fuck it, I'm going.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, whatever.
Leg doesn't matter. We gotta dance, baby.
Everybody's clapping. Everybody's just vibing. It's such a time. It's such a good time.
Everyone's vibing. I love it. They just end in a just dancing, bro.
Oh man, they should have just went home right here.
Kurt's still celebrating.
Now let's check in on Kurt Angle now. Kurt, where are you at now?
He's still fucking celebrating his win from earlier.
Woo!
He's in the lobby of the arena this time. He's like at the exit. He's been just turning. He's just like, fuck yeah. Like,
It's not ending. Yeah,
That's
never
like
ending.
my TT on fucking Christmas Eve saying bye to everybody in the fucking house. It's been fucking 2 hours of saying bye to everybody.
Tia has a fucking megaphone.
Dancing, spitting.
Yeah!
It's a few people you might not have going anything going for your lives, but TT's gonna give you a kiss anyways.
Looks like he's in the lobby area. He's still celebrating.
Our semi-main event, boys, is the Big Show versus The Rock. The winner will go on to...
Semi-main event?
Yeah, this is the semi-main. This is the
I
second
almost
to
thought this
last
was the
match.
main. I was like, no, we still got a mixed match. I was like, holy shit.
The winner will go to main event WrestleMania 2000. We get a video package explaining what we were explaining earlier. Big Show feels cheated, and rightfully so. Technically, Big Show's in the right, but he's a bad guy, so fucking boo. Big Show makes his way to the ring. He doesn't get cheered. He doesn't get booed. Just a polite smattering of applause.
Big Show's still trying to, find his way here, and I know during this time it was noted that Vince wasn't confident on Big Show.
No, he'd be
so-
sent to OVW towards the end of the year.
How many times does this make Big Show's appearance on the show?
He's been there since episode 2, bro.
Oh my goodness. Because Rick broke the streak. He's not
Oh, yeah,
here.
Rick's not in this show.
Rick is not in this show.
I just realized.
Streak's been
I
broken.
know something's funny.
Damn.
But I will say the most exciting part about this whole match is just seeing how over Rock is.
Oh, yeah.
And
Rock's music hits.
this
This
is-
fans are on their fucking feet.
Would you say this is peak Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2000's peak rock, for sure. For
Him,
sure.
Mick Foley, Triple H.
Just carrying the company at this time. Rock at this point was huge. He was hosting Saturday Night Live. He was on the cover of TV Guide. Like, he was everywhere.
Yeah.
And like casual fans knew what The Rock was cooking. You know what I mean? Like, he was on top of the world. It's really sad because this match was very forgettable.
Yeah, there's not much to work with here. I'm sorry, Andrew.
The match is like 8 minutes long.
With everything, with the Rock news and just me not really liking Big Show as a wrestler, I tuned out for this match.
You told me that in advance.
I did. I told you in advance. I texted you.
texted me. It's like, yeah, I'm not paying attention to this Big Show Rock man.
All my attention went to Too Cool, Too Cool, and the Radicalz, Hardys, Edge and Christian, and obviously the main event.
Oh God, yeah.
And the main event stands out of everything.
It really does. Unfortunately, we got to talk about this match. It starts and it's very formulaic. Big Show gets some offense, Rock gets some offense. Punches here, kicks here. It's like the main event of WrestleMania is on the line. Like, beat the shit out of each other.
Right.
Like, it was very forgettable. The Rock would dub the Big Show the Big Slow, and it really shows here. Because Big Show...
Facts, man.
Dude, during this match, like, some of his offense... Oh, my God. He makes fucking Great Khali look like Jushin Liger. He's like...
but also...
He wrestles in slow motion.
There's some moves... like, when he's, like, trying to Irish whip him... and stuff. It's incredibly slow, and I feel bad for The Rock. Right here, Andrew. Right here.
Quite frankly.
I'm sorry, Big Show. I'll watch the Big Show.
Watch it in his honor.
Yeah.
Earl Hebner takes a ref bump.
This spot right here. The ref bump looked really sloppy. Big Show kind of just like didn't even guide him.
Earl takes a ref bump, as is tradition. Big Show hits a choke slam, but there's no ref. Tim White comes out. Tim White comes in for the count. 1, 2. Earl pulls him out.
Earl's like, oh, nana.
Nada.
Tim White.
The refs go at it.
Oh, and Tim White just fucking tackles him down, right? He just beats him up.
When suddenly, Shane McMahon makes his return. Huge pop for Shane, or as I like to call him these days, the good one.
So far.
That we know.
As we know.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Seemingly, Shane's here to, have The Rock's back, but swerve! Shane hits The Rock with a steel chair.
You son of a bitch.
Mid people's elbow. You son of a bitch. Big Show covers Rock and gets the 1, 2, 3. Big Show is going to the main event of WrestleMania 2000.
Damn. This is what jump starts the McMahon in every corner match.
Yeah.
Which, that Mania is not the greatest.
Sense. Yeah.
Not the best. There are some good matches in that show, but
WrestleMania 2000, I enjoy for the aesthetic. I love that.
I love green.
I love green too. That's pretty much it.
yeah, literally.
This match was very middle of the road. Definitely not either man's best match.
No. But we can move on now.
Let's move on to the good stuff.
To the actual main reason why we're here.
We get an amazing video package. The opening video package was merely an appetizer. We get highlights from Hell in a Cell's past, as well as a recap of this feud at hand. Mick's getting one more chance at Triple H with his career on the line. These two had such amazing chemistry. Their Royal Rumble 2000 match
Great.
is one of my favorite matches of all time.
Yeah, man, these two killed it.
The production team here is fucking insane.
It's so intense and emotional.
But this story needed it. It was
absolutely.
It was Mick Foley's career.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, Foley's going to give it his all. I love it.
But before we get to the match, we have to conclude the Kurt Angle saga.
Yeah, Kurt Angle is so happy.
Still going.
Getting ready to go home.
TT has got her jacket on.
What is he singing? Oh, no, he's singing, "We are the champions," right?
Yes.
I fucking love Kurt Angle, man.
Kurt's backstage leaving the arena after 2 hours of turning up.
Dude, yeah, 2 hours of just hot dogging in front of fans.
He leaves singing "We Are the Champions," and then Chris Jericho and China sneak up on Kurt and shove him in his own trunk.
Good.
The bastards.
Those sons of bitches.
Poor Kurt. Triple H makes his way to the ring accompanied by his wife, Stephanie McMahon Helmsley. Hot take, but My Time is the best Triple H theme.
I agree.
I love the Motorhead theme. I love the game.
Me too. Yeah,
but My Time is so fucking iconic.
My Time just reminds me of the top heel in the company.
Absolutely. I just hear My Time and Jim Ross screaming obscenities and the show going off the air.
This was the ultimate Triple H is a fucking dick.
Oh, it's the best.
It's the best, yeah.
Mick Foley comes out to a beautiful ovation. As we all know, it's pretty much common knowledge, but this is not Mick Foley's last match.
Obviously.
But if it was, how fitting that he's wrestling as Cactus Jack. The character that made him famous.
It's crazy how many times he came back.
It's wild.
And it was, especially after this, he legit just retired and he comes back for WrestleMania.
I can name 5 more Foley matches that are just as good as this match after he retired. Like him and Edge at Mania, him and Randy at Backlash. Like he had so many good matches. Him and Terry Funk had another match in ECW. Like Mick did not. I wouldn't call him Ric Flair because Rick was just fucking stupid coming out of retirement. Like he had the greatest send off of all time.
That's different.
And he came back for tax purposes. Where Mick, he just loved the game so much, you know.
Mick is great, and he clearly had way more left in him. So
he's only 34 here.
Really? Oh wow, that's very young.
Jim Ross on commentary is just like 34 is a little too young to retire. I'm like, Jesus Christ,
yeah,
like
that's very young.
I'm not that far away, and like his body is a wreck here. They immediately come to blows. Cactus beats the shit out of Triple H.
Yeah, it beats the fuck out of him.
Throughout the match, I love that he's trying to get the cell open. Like, he's trying to open up that cell wall, but it's padlocked and shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's like me playing 2K, and I'm trying to... That's the first thing I'm
trying to open up the cell. Yeah,
That's the first thing I do is I go outside. And
literally.
but he doesn't want to just beat Triple H. He wants to maim him.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you're in the devil's playground, baby.
He's so sadistic, and I love, like, he's such a baby face when he's like good guy, Mankind, and Dude Love, but that mean streak of Cactus Jack, like, it really is a different character.
Well, I'm sure he changed wrestling styles depending on the character,
Which is
and
so
stuff,
genius, because he's 3 wrestlers in one. 4 if you count Mick Foley.
Yeah.
But Foley baits Triple H with a chair, dodges him, and immediately crotches Triple H with the chair. There's a cool spot in the match where Triple H hits a drop toe hold on Foley while the chair's in the corner. Like,
that was
hits
great.
his face on that chair, but he stays alive. Triple H is a bloody fucking mess at this point. Like, Crimson Mask Jones.
Yeah. I love when Mick gets on the top rope and
With the chair in
with
hand.
the chair, elbow drops him right in the fucking face. It's so nice. And the crowd was on fire too.
That's one of my favorite moments in the match, with the chair to the face, and
man,
just drives it into him. They make their way to the outside of the cell. Foley hits a fucking pile driver onto the announce table.
Crisp fucking pile driver on the table.
The table doesn't even budge.
Yeah.
That must have
even
sucked.
makes it more painful.
Cactus tries to climb the cell, but then Stephanie pulls him down. As Jim Ross would say, what a little bitch.
What a little bitch.
Mick Foley gets the 2x4 covered in barbed wire.
Huge pop.
Dude,
For the 2x4.
that is scary as shit.
And that's real barbed wire.
That is actual barbed wire around that 2x4. He bonks Triple H in the head. That looks like it hurts like a bitch.
Foley climbs up, and then Triple H straight up just scars
Oh, dude,
Mick
he
Foley.
grinds the barbed wire on his forehead.
on his face.
Like
long
minced
live the
meat.
king.
Long
then-
the king.
Foley takes the table bump.
Shades of King of the Ring 1998. Cactus Jack
Yeah.
crashes through the announce table. The look on Triple H's face is like, oh, fuck yeah. I'm the best heel in the company. As everybody chants, asshole.
Yeah.
Asshole. The son of a bitch, Cactus Jack, gets back up, falling through that table.
As he always does.
Gets back up and makes his way to the top.
Throws chairs.
This
couple
gives-
times, misses it, and he's like, fuck it, I'm going on.
Just fuck. It's one of those beautiful accidents where, like,
Yeah.
it's actually selling the exhaustion.
Yeah.
But they come to blows, and this gives me so much goddamn anxiety.
It always does. Seeing two of them or anyone on top of that cell always gives me anxiety because they can always just, there can be an accident like Triple H in the corner and that when the fucking cell snaps in the corner.
Oh yeah,
And he's like poking out, like his head is like poking out. Like that
they're making
could have been
divots.
horrible.
They're making divots in the cell, and like
Credit to them, man.
Mick Foley grabs a 2x4 covered in barbed wire and he lights it on fire.
This is such a fucking dope image, just like fucking Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, holy shit, with the fucking torch, like right there. I want that as a
What
wallpaper.
what a shot.
It's
Just-
an iconic shot. Just Mick Foley holding that fire, the crowd erupting, hits Triple H in the face with the flame.
yeah.
Dude, him holding it up in front of the crowd, like the adulation, dude. Oh my God, I would need a cigarette after that.
He looks like a fucking warrior, man.
And he is, dude. Mick Foley, they say Foley is God. He is.
Foley is God.
Puts Triple H in a pile driver position. Triple H backdrops, goes right through the cell.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, my God. For the love of God. The cage broke.
Thankfully, the ring was gimmicked.
Yeah, we don't want Mick Foley to actually die here, folks.
No, I do not want Mick Foley to die.
Yeah.
Because King of the Ring 98, when he went through, that was not supposed to fucking happen at all. And he hit that canvas, and wrestling rings are hard. Trust me, I know. I took a Mario clothesline. But the ring was gimmicked here, and Mick, the way he talks about this moment, he's just like, when he landed, he was like, oh. He's like, oh, that was so nice.
Good for him.
Good for Mick. But the crowd is chanting, holy shit.
Holy shit indeed, man. Still like seeing this match for the first time.
The crazy
I can't imagine seeing it live.
I watched this live
So-
when it happened.
No, I mean like in the crowd.
Oh, dude, I would shit my pants.
Yeah.
The crazy part is Cactus shows signs of life. Never waits to the very end. He's crawling out of that hole that he just went through. And it's so beautiful. I know I know how popular it is, but I prefer this match over King of the Ring 98.
Really?
Yeah. Because King of the Ring 98, it was a great story and it showed Mick Foley's perseverance.
It's not really a match.
It's more of like a car crash. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's very like it's difficult to watch. Where I don't think this match was as difficult to watch. It was kind of like inspiring in a way. Because Mick Foley to the very end is fighting, but he's no match for the pedigree. Triple H puts him away.
Yeah.
The slow count. Jim Ross saying, "Kick out Cactus."
Yeah.
And after the 3, JR just goes, "Damn."
Kick out, Cactus.
Overall, this is one of my favorite matches of that I've ever seen, honestly.
It's one of the best Hell in a Cell matches. Yeah,
It's a low-key, like everybody refers to that 1998 Hell in a Cell. And of course, in recent years, Cody and Seth tore it up in Hell in a Cell. But yeah, this is a contender for, top 3.
I really liked Triple H versus Undertaker. I really liked that Hell in a
WrestleMania 28.
Yeah.
That match is tremendous.
I know it kind of comes out of nowhere and it's a little bit newer. Well, it's still old.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? 28. Jesus Christ, we're already on 40. But
That was 2012.
2012, but like still in the PG era.
Did you watch that match, Mario? The end of an era. Hell
It's
in a Cell
fucking
match?
great, man.
That match is fucking
It
great.
gets memed a lot too.
For the kick out face?
No, the 3 like old men.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah.
Mario, do you have a favorite Hell in a Cell match?
This might went up the ranking of one of my favorites because this was just like it has all the
I was
the elements.
so excited for you to watch it.
Yeah, it has all the elements of what I think in my head's a perfect cage match.
It was a great match, man. Great main event. It's
What a great
it's
main
what
event.
makes the pay-per-view worth a revisit to watch.
I'm so happy I revisited this show.
Oh, definitely. There's some great moments here, even when
Even the bad stuff is pretty good.
Even when Mae Young does her running and she gets mollywopped. Even that, man. That's fun.
Boys, what a time this was.
It was good, man. This peak Attitude Era was
Tremendous.
It's always nice to revisit the peak Attitude Era.
I'm so happy we went to 2000, and I definitely want to cover another 2000 show, like a Fully Loaded or Armageddon 2000 would be a lot of fun. But guys, overall, I'd recommend this show. Absolutely, I'd recommend this show.
Yeah,
Especially if
definitely.
you're a curious wrestling fan who's not familiar with the Attitude Era. Definitely.
And there's not like many other than like the King being like a crazy pervert, there's not many like things that you would cringe a lot at. Like you would laugh at Mae Young and all, but there's no mud matches in this one. So
Yeah.
this is some good Attitude Era stuff, some harmless Attitude Era funness. So watch it. And Mick Foley's fucking god.
Yeah, that Hell in a Cell match is worth the admission alone, guys.
Watch it.
Check that damn match out. Next episode, we're going into WrestleMania season, boys.
Woo.
We're going into WrestleMania season, and I thought of something really cool. What we'll do is we'll cover one WrestleMania show, but we'll split it up in a 2-parter, kind of like what we did with the Rumble. So for the month of March, we'll have a big WrestleMania Part 1. For the month of April, big WrestleMania Part 2. Don't know what Mania we're going to cover yet. Might throw a poll up. We might discuss it amongst ourselves, but be on the lookout for that. It's WrestleMania season, baby.
That's WrestleMania season, baby.
It's WrestleMania season, baby, and you know the Wrestling's Real boys want to treat you good.
Thank you so much for the support, and I'll be sure to call.
You'll call me.
I'll be your private dancer.
Oh, what? As for Wrestling's Real, I'm Andy, that's Kyle, that's Mario, and remember,
Hell yeah.
wrestling is real.
Take a look. You're not supposed to drink. Okay. Oh, wow.